Another brick fan with a LEGO gift with purchase. This is the Blacktron Cruiser. This is set 40580, was released in January 2023. It has 356 pieces, 2 minifigures, one of them brick built, and was a gift with purchase in January 2023. As a gift with purchase, this is also part of the 90th anniversary series. Other sets include like the Forest Hideout, the Galaxy Explorer, and the Lion Knight's Castle. Blacktron and Futuron were 2 fractions of the space theme in 1987. Of course, space, or classic space, is one of the most favorite. Classic space, of course, is one of the favorite themes from AFOLs, because most of us grew up with classic space in the 70s and 80s. So it's really nice to see these coming back. We'll take a close look at the Blacktron minifigure here and the brick-built robot here in a few minutes, but let's take a look at the Blacktron Cruiser itself. So as you can see, it's done in this nice black and yellow with some red thrown in. There's lots of moving parts on this. So these front areas move forward. Of course, the canopy opens up. There's some storage in here for a mine detector. So this is a cool piece. This mine detector is a really nice piece to get. It's all black, of course, but so that's pretty nice to see that mine detector kit. And there's a spot right here in the front to store that. Not super easy to get it in and out of there, but not too bad. These little lasers on the front are built up with trans bar pieces, and then these larger bar connectors and some transparent studs on the front. As you move back, there is a cargo area here. So this all opens up, and it's just on some robot arms here, so it is a little bit loose. Got a storage area in here which has enough space for the little robot to fit inside there, as well as some stickers with like a control panel back here, or maybe a carton or something like that. And the very back section here has these panels. It looks like maybe these are solar panels or perhaps rudders or something like that. Of course, this is always up to your imagination, but it's done with these trans red on black, which I think look really nice. And some more of the stickers for the Blacktron kind of logo, I expect. The other nice thing, there's some more trans red back here. There's more trans red. There's more trans red in the back that lead back to this engine back here. This ship is modular, so it does come apart. So it's in 3 sections. You see they just clip together with just these clip pieces here. So if you didn't need the cargo, you could connect and make a Blacktron ship much more sleek and very compact. So this is a smaller version of the Blacktron ship, so maybe when it's just used for patrolling or something like that. The wings can fold out maybe for a more atmospheric flight, so when they're coming in for a landing or coming in to an atmosphere, and maybe when they're in space they can close these down, or perhaps the other way around. It really is up to you, but I do like the way that this is kind of modularized. As I mentioned, these side panels here for the cargo area are just connected with these robot arms, and they are kind of fragile, so they will fall off if you open and close them too often. But the ships do connect together the sections of the ship connect together pretty well. So it's a pretty solid model, very swooshable if you want to use this as a play piece. And like I said, it's really nice to get this throwback. So let's go ahead and take a look at the minifigures that came with this set. This set comes with 1 minifigure and then this brick-built robot. So some may count that as 2 minifigures. For me, it's just the 1. Here's the standard Blacktron minifigure with the white printing here for all the different apparatus on his spacesuit there. He does have a space helmet. Interestingly, his space helmet does not have a see-through visor. It's just a black visor. Normally these are a trans color of some kind, maybe even, you know, like that smoky color, or what I'd call trans black. But in this case, it's just a black visor. The brick-built robot is done with a satellite dish, some clip pieces, one of these four-way snot pieces on top, and then the robot arms on the side. He's a little fragile, I think. The connections aren't really great on the robot. But if we move around these figures, you can also see a little bit more detail on how he's built with these. It's essentially a pistol piece or a blaster piece that is put together with this 1x1 on top there, just to create the look of the robot. The astronaut does not have a alternate expression, and it's keeping with that theming. And then here is the back printing there for our astronaut. So there are the figures that come with this set. I would say one minifigure and one brick-built fig. So let's go back and I'll give you my final thoughts on the Blacktron Cruiser. Overall, it was really nice to get this throwback to the late 80s space collection with the Blacktron ship here, which has this really nice color scheme, as I mentioned, with the black and yellow, and then the red, the trans red thrown in for extra measure. Of course, it does fit our minifigure up here in the cockpit, and then the robot can go in the storage bay back here. The overall look of the ship is very nice. It's narrow, quite long, and as I mentioned, it has this modular design that works really well and gives you a little bit of option for how you want to configure the ship. So that was pretty interesting as well. The panels here on the back are split in half, so you can move those around a little bit, deciding how you want to position them as you fly the ship around, which is also a very nice feature as well. As a gift with purchase, I think it was somewhere around the $150 mark for this. It is 350 pieces, so this would be a $30 set, maybe, nowadays, if you were to buy that. I'm sure these Blacktron ships back in the mid-80s were probably $20 sets, although they did have a couple of bigger ships in the Blacktron series. So I think the value is fair. It's nice to get a relatively large set. You know, anything that's close, that's over 300 or 400 pieces is a pretty good gift with purchase size set. Whereas, you know, you have lots of them at the lower bar that are kind of polybag type style sets and things like that. So very nice to get this set at as a gift with purchase. And also very nice to see this set as part of the throwback to the historic sets that we have as part of the 90th anniversary celebration at LEGO, or the celebration of the 90 years of LEGO. Hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this gift with purchase set. I'm going to get started on my next video. And until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to see more of my content. I've left a link to some of my other playlists up here on the screen.